All right, in this video, I have a Lucid Air Touring, I have a Tesla Model Y, and then I have a Rivian R1T. And I'm going to show you the autonomy features of all three of these vehicles to show you how they currently compare. For Lucid, it's called Dream Drive Pro. For Tesla, it's full self-driving supervised. And then for Rivian, it's their Driver Plus assistance feature. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to see, can these cars park themselves? We're going to see how easy they are to engage on the highway, what roads they can be used on, and then we're going to take them on a large sweeping turn, because that is where a lot of softwares will fail. No matter what company it does, if you're going on a high-speed sweeping turn, it will start to drift out of the lane, it will disconnect, and it can be kind of dangerous. So I'm going to show you the difference between all three of these and talk about what they cost. This video is also brought to you by walkietalkies.us. This is a fully encrypted walkie-talkie where you can talk around the world on it. One of the problems with regular walkie-talkies is people can easily get on your network. They only work within a certain amount of range. This, I was talking to the owner of a company while he was in Japan and I was in Pennsylvania, full HD clarity. And that's because they have deals with the cellular networks. So if T-Mobile fails, it clicks over to AT&T. If AT&T fails, it clicks over to Verizon. And all of that happens without you even knowing. All you know is you're able to talk to someone. These are great for road trips. These are great for planning video shoots as we do. These are great for school districts, firefighters, all of that kind of stuff. You can have up to 10,000 people on one of these for school systems. I just think this is great. It's very useful to me. And their founder is a supporter of the Gjeebs organization channel. So walkietalkies.us, I'll have it linked in the description. These are excellent. So let's start with this Lucid Air Touring. So this has 32 sensors, 14 cameras, 1 LiDAR, 5 radars, and 12 ultrasonic sensors. This is also a level 2 and it's hands-free on divided highways. And this has recently been introduced with driver supervision. So some key features, it's highway assist, it's lane centering, it's stop and go traffic assist, it has parking aids, and they recently added hands-free drive assist and hands-free lane change assist on compatible roads. And that's a key takeaway. On compatible roads doesn't happen on just any road you're on wherever you're driving. Now on to the Model Y. Tesla is putting all of their money in their camera system here. You can even see on the front of the vehicle, there are no longer ultrasonic sensors. It's just cameras all around the vehicle. So this is also level 2 with driver supervision. Despite the full self-driving name, they recently added supervised, and I think that's the best way to put it, because you can't sit in the back seat of the car like you can with a robo-taxi in just a normal consumer vehicle that would be sitting in your garage. So this can navigate from on-ramp to off-ramp. It can make turns, changes, can park and self-park, summon, depending on what hardware and what region you're in. And it works on many types of roads, even unmapped roads. Their full self-driving system can work. The other thing that's great, like this model, it has a software update. So we're on the 14.something version, and it is continually updated over time. The other thing to note with the Tesla is you can either buy it outright currently for $8,000 license that stays with the car, or you can pay $99 a month and end your subscription at any time if you just want to try out the software. Now on to Rivian. Now I didn't do the test with this Rivian that you're looking at right here. I did it on my R1S. This is just what I had to take photos of. But my R1S is a Gen 2. So they have what is called Driver Plus, and that's standard driver assist suite. And basically they have a driver assist suite and the hardware in place to update this a ton in the future. So it is adaptive cruise control plus lane centering plus lane change assist on mapped highways, and more advanced hands-free features are coming. This does not have any self-park features, so it fails that part of the test. But a lot of people really just want a good ADAS system when they're on those big, long highway trips, and I think Rivian does a nice job of that because I've actually driven it across the country twice and have been able to use it myself. So let's go see it in action. I'm going to start this test with self-parking feature in the Lucid. All right, screen's nice and clean for you guys. I know you appreciate that. Let's get our seatbelt on in case we get into a collision here. All right. Car and drive. All right, so the navigation has just completely left Earth. There we go. All right, let's see what we got here. We have, press this button down here, and then auto park. You can see it very lightly there. Why it's so light. Drive forward slowly, continue searching. Okay, let's see what we can find. Let's see what we can see. Drive forward slowly. Okay, analyzing. What do we got? We got one here, huh? Not seeing this one. All right, so we're in there's a space here between these two. Ooh, found it. All right. Okay. Hold brake. Select. Okay. Auto park in process. So it does like to have two cars. And then we have like the inches till impact. I kind of thought it would like to have two cars to line up because obviously we're in an empty parking lot. Yeah, nicely done. Okay, boom, auto park complete. That worked nicely. Now let's do the Tesla and see what the difference is there. Another unique feature of the Lucid, it says hold brake and tap unpark direction. So brake is in, I'm gonna tap this, checking. Let's choose this direction. There's no car on the right of us because I moved the Y now, so it might need unpark, no unpark direction available. Interesting. Okay, so apparently it can get you out of this spot. Maybe you're uncomfortable doing that, but in the scenario I currently have it in, for whatever reason, it's not working. Let's try it one more time. Yeah, so I'm not totally sure as to why that's working like that. Here's the surround view of the vehicle. So there's the Y, really high resolution image, and it renders quickly. Let's see what the Rivian looks like, a monster truck next to it. So yeah, you at least have that. That can be useful, but yes, it couldn't get it to unpark itself. All right, now into the 26 Model Y Juniper. Again, this auto park feature is full self-driving only, so it does not have this if you don't pay for it, just so you all know. And then Dream Drive Pro, also a paid upgrade. Let's turn down, we're gonna go no AC. We'll go no AC and we'll go cooled seats. Perfect. And let's put it in drive. Okay. Now it should start picking out parking spaces here. Yeah, there we go. Let's widen this. Okay. So you can see it has all these spaces. You should be able to just, yeah. So you can pick any space here. Any space that you want. Pick anyone in the aisle, right? Hit start. No, I am not sponsored by IKEA, but I am absolutely open to it. So that's one difference there. Tesla lets you pick any space that's available. It seems that Lucid likes to have some cars around you. And there, we're done. To get itself aligned. So yes, Tesla, good. We can park it. Now, unfortunately, the Rivian does not have any self-park features, so that gets an automatic fail. All right, so there's two ways now to start Tesla's full self-driving system. You can see right here on the screen, it says start full self-driving. So if you click that, the car is now full self-driving itself, and you can see the visualization there. Now to stop it, you just tap the brake and it disconnects it. The other way to start Tesla full self-driving is single click right here. And now again, we are in full self-driving. The other cool thing, it says autopilot disengaged, what happened. So you can press the microphone button here and you can tell them exactly what happened. That information goes back to Tesla engineers, and then they're able to pull the data from that segment, look at all the cameras and see what happened. So then they can put that back into their software and figure that out for the next version to fix any bugs or any unique situations. Because you got to think, there's basically unlimited scenarios that can happen in the real world. They said this is more sentient, but there's always some marketing term around the next version of the full self-driving software. The term this time around is sentient. So we'll see about that, but full self-driving is very good. There is no doubt about that. I think they're ahead of anyone else that's out there, but that is how you engage it so far. We are then going to go around a big turn up here to see how it stabilizes around that. Now, the other thing to note is full self-driving, if you have it going to somewhere, which we currently don't, it will, in fact, it's in hurry mode, so it's like passing on the right and stuff. But if you want to change lanes, it can do that at your command. So I will just tap the turning signal, blind spot monitor comes up, and I'm now in the slow lane. So that's how you change lanes. It's very seamless, but again, this is a paid software. This does not come with all vehicles. The cool thing is, though, if you have a good eye, if you're looking on the used market, there's even some dealerships that'll be selling Teslas. They don't know that it has full self-driving. So you can go into, let's see here. You can go into software, and then under the software tab, you can scroll down, and if it says full self-driving capability package included, then you know that you have full self-driving, and the dealership probably hasn't looked at that or doesn't know that. So just something to be aware of. But that's how you change lanes. All right, so here's the turn here. We're going 71 miles per hour. We're in the fast lane, still holding 71. Visualization looks good, and it's also center to inside center of the lane. Very good. Perfect. That's as good as I would do it on my own. So that was well done. So now we need to do the Lucid and see how it handles that exact turn at that speed. Now, the Lucid Air Touring starts at $79,000, but if I go through the options list here, it says Dream Drive Pro, including drive assist and future-capable ADAS hardware. $6,750 option that's on this vehicle. So in comparison, Tesla's is $8,000 or $99 a month. But the only issue I have with this is, and Tesla's done this too, in all fairness, is that it's the future capable. It's not now, you know, it's not tomorrow, it's the future. The future is 10 years from now. The future is a year from now. The future is a week from now. So that's my one complaint with this. And it's very expensive for not being fully capable yet. But at one point, Tesla's full self-driving was $15,000 and is not nearly as capable as it is now. And a lot of those people ended up selling their Teslas, and some of it wasn't transferable. So there's little issues with kind of all of these manufacturers saying, hey, yeah, they're available in the future, but we're going to make you pay now. That's kind of where I'm like, since when is that okay? You know? But, all right, let's get on the highway. I'll show you how to engage it, and then we'll go around that big sweeping turn to see how it compares to the Tesla. All right, so we've run into a small issue. It's also constantly nagging me. We've run into a small issue with this. Apparently, Interstate 10, small interstate, right, is not one of the mapped, or this section of Interstate 10 in Phoenix is not one of the ones mapped out for Dream Drive. But we are still going to go around this turn to do some testing. So I'm going the same speed. I'm going 71 as I was in the other vehicle, or in the Tesla. And I'm going to do lane change. So I hit lane change, camera pops up. Okay, it did change lanes before. It's got me. Okay. I guess it's never going to turn off. Okay. All right. So we're coming up on this big turn here. Let's see how it handles it. It's like we're maintaining speed well so far. Not touching anything in the slowing down for curve, it says. Little jerk there. So we're going 66, 65. It says keep hands on the wheel. Squeeze the wheel. So it slowed down to 63 miles per hour to make that turn, and held up some traffic behind us. But ultimately, it did make the turn. There was one little braking session that it had in there. It was fine. Now, as far as engaging this, it's kind of a pain. There's buttons on the left here to engage cruise control, and then you can adjust your follow distance. The problem is it doesn't always engage. So you do like a long hold. Okay, so now it's like in the adaptive cruise setting, except when I let off, I'm not in adaptive cruise. So now there we go. We're in override, and I can adjust it. And these controls are just really cheap feeling. feel like it's made out of that material you put like cupcakes in, that paper. Drive assist available, long hold. Okay, so it just, of course, it cut in right there. So a notification will come up that says drive assist available. When that pops up, you do a long hold on this, and then it will activate drive assist. So we'll do that on the way back here on the I-10, because I think there's another section where it's at. It's just kind of frustrating, like, not only did you pay extra for the feature, the car itself, this one is spec'd to $100,000, and that doesn't work. And you would be annoyed with this, like, the fact that I can get, like, you know, I don't know, a Honda Civic that has a basic ADAS system for the highway, and you just go dink dink and it works. So we'll go back on the road and see how we can engage it. Okay, so you can see where it says drive assist right there. So we're gonna hold this in, and then it says adaptive cruise control, and I hit the button wrong. I'll be honest, this is very confusing, and it doesn't consistently work. And now it is not working at all. Okay, there we go, adaptive cruise. Drive assist, okay. And it just says adaptive cruise again. So for some reason, this part of the road, there we go, drive assist is now engaged. Yeah, it's honestly, it's terrible. It's just hard to get it engaged, and it doesn't even tell you, like, is it just not available here? Am I not hitting the buttons correctly? Yeah, it's not great. And then, like, if I want to change lanes, we'll go to the left lane. Yeah, so, yeah, then take control now. Yeah, I don't really get it. It's just clearly this part of the road is not mapped, but I don't know how, like, lane change is a problem for a car like this. With that, we could put that aside, a little voice crack there. The car is excellent to drive. The seats are comfortable. It has massaging seats. They're cooled seats. I love how this thing drives. The suspension is excellent. It's fast. But this part of it is really bad. And it shouldn't be. It doesn't have to be. There's, you know, Honda Civic can do this, and then you get a $100,000 Lucid, and you don't know what, you feel like an idiot. So, drive assist, let's see. Yeah, lane change is not available here. Yeah, lane change assist unavailable, it just said. So you have to get to a part of the road where it is. And that's just, I don't know. Okay, so this does have lane change, works here. So lane change is initiated. You can see it says we got someone in our blind spot. That Honda Civic that's in our blind spot can't lane change, but it can engage cruise control, unlike this vehicle. So there we go. Nice little lane change there. Works nicely on this section of highway that it says it can work on. Yeah, so, and you can see here down on the main screen, it says hands-free drive assist, that's on, lane change assist on, set turn signal, yeah. I mean, this is interesting. Auto park, wheel curb assist, and curb rash alert. That's cool. So now let's test out a Gen 2 Rivian R1S. Let's see how it does. And again, the Rivian has no self-park features. So let's go into the cost of what it costs to have Driver Plus and see how that does. All right, so now I'm in a Gen 2 Rivian R1S, and shout out to Travis Ketchum. I'll have his channel on the screen below because I wanted to clarify with him. Driver Plus is unique to Gen 1 Rivians. This is a Gen 2 Rivian, so it has upgraded hardware and more software capabilities because of that. So it has a little bit more compute in this vehicle. So now on Gen 2 vehicles, it's called Rivian Autonomy Platform Plus. You can see right here it says Rivian Autonomy Platform, and then we have this all turned on. Enhanced Highway Assist allows for hands-free driving on some highways while highway assist is on and you're looking at the road, and it uses the interior cameras for driver monitoring. And they like to tell you here that images are not shared unless you allow the camera data sharing in your privacy settings. So I don't. Yes, and you can see lane change on command. So I'm about to show you all these features and how to engage it. So blind spot view. And also, let me show you something in this vehicle. The clarity on these cameras. I've never seen a vehicle that has cameras that are, these are the clearest currently, and this is actually true. These are the clearest, the highest resolution cameras currently on a production vehicle. and it shows. I mean, it's beautiful to look at that. It's better than some people's phones. Okay, so now the other thing is Rivian is going to have their Autonomy Day coming up in December. So after that, there could be announcements for a paid feature that gives you access to something that is more like Tesla's full self-driving, more of a really hands-off, get you to from point A to point B. But it's currently not like that. So this comes with your Rivian, and engaging it is super easy. So let's get on the highway and I'll show you what I mean. Now, to engage the Rivian Autonomy platform, all you do is you pull back once. That gets you into the dynamic cruise control. So you're still steering the car. You can adjust the follow distance, but it is not lane centering. So if you want to just engage that, it's 2 pulls. And there we go. And we're locked in. Highway assist is on. Okay, there we go. Enhanced highway assist is on. Keep your eyes on the road. So you can see these enhanced lines here. That means enhanced highway assist is on. So this is hands-free driving here, and we're just cruising along. So if I want to increase the speed, I can do that right on this little tab here. And then it just says keep your eyes on the road. Let's do a lane change after this car passes. We'll put it on now. Really clear. Look how clear that camera quality. Distorted, but clear distortion. So that, and there we go. Actually, really beautiful illustration of it all, and it works nicely. So very easy to engage. Civic Type R. Wow. Beautiful. Clap it up for the Type R. And I'm happy this is a section of road where this can actually be engaged. So there you go. Will it go into the HOV lane? That's an interesting question. The lane is marked as red. It thinks that that's like not part of the road, so doesn't quite know that yet. But, okay, so that was cool. Very easy to engage, nice illustrations, simple to use. Enhanced highway assist is on. So it's going back and forth between just highway assist and enhanced highway assist, depending on these segments of road. So, yeah, so now upcoming is the big turn, big bend. Okay, so highway assist is on. We're going 70. I have the car set to 71, so we're going around this big turn again. Again, I'm paying attention. Drifting onto the left side here. And a car cut us off. But overall, it had us centered, and because of traffic, it had to slow down. And then it just clicked back into enhanced highway assist. I'm having trouble keeping all these straight. Okay, so the Rivian did fine on that too. So here's my overall doing all of this back to back. We're getting a quick accident. Getting a little accident. So after testing these 3 vehicles back to back, here's where I stand. I think third place, Lucid. My reason for saying that is because it's hard to engage. It's unclear when it's unavailable. Nothing comes up to say it's unavailable, so you don't know if you're hitting the right button, all of that type of stuff. With that said, the Lucid is a blast to drive. Like it cruises, it's so nice feeling to drive. The seats are comfortable, and it has luxuries like massaging seats that the Rivian and the Tesla do not have. So I don't want to like dump on the Lucid like I hate it. This is just one aspect of it that isn't great. Second place is the Rivian. I think Rivian's future in autonomy is a little bit better than Lucid's. I think it seems to be set up more for it. Very easy to engage it. You don't have to think about it. I like the sounds that it makes, telling you what's engaged in the illustrations that are on the screen for it. So I think that they've done a really nice job of that. Then first place, I think it's pretty obvious from this video, is Tesla. I think even if you hate Tesla, you could look at this video and say, okay, they are so far ahead in this department, but they should be, because they, from almost the outset, said that they were going to develop a full self-driving vehicle. I think Elon Musk has said 2 weeks since 2018. So maybe in another 2 weeks. But ultimately, it is so easy to engage. Its capabilities are becoming more granular. You can pick if you want to be dropped off in front of a building, if you want to be put into a parking space. And I have a really good video on FSD coming up for everyone that's going to probably blow your mind. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss that. Now, I did do a full solo review of the Lucid. So if you want to check that out, click this video right here.